All right. Are we good to go?
All right. Here we go.
Awesome. That was that took a little while.
Hey, everybody. Oh, shit. I'm going to...
Yeah.
There we go.
All right.
Okay.
Can they actually hear us? Or
I am
just
going to check.
talking to the void.
If you guys can hear us, welcome to Live on Xbox. It was kind of a rushed session today to get everything set up because YouTube decided to break. This is our guest today.
Hi.
His name's Sawyer.
He lives with me, not the other way around.
He is really into games. He's mostly a PS4 and Switch user, but he knows a lot about games. Figured we'd bring him in. Unfortunately, Austin is not able to join us today, so I thought we would do that and bring in a guest today. So, Sawyer, right. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I did not know I was going to be on the podcast today. It was a very last minute. I was like, okay, change of plans. You're on the podcast now. I was like, oh, okay. And is that us right now?
Yeah. So just ignore what I'm doing on the computer. I just have to fix a mistake. But
all right.
I'm just going to make sure that they can
look what I can do with my thumb.
Cool. They can hear us.
Awesome.
So
okay.
Summarize what you like about games, what you do on a regular basis with games, and just tell us a little bit about yourself.
I don't know exactly what it is I like about games. I mean, it's just it's something to do. It's a hot button topic apparently nowadays. I don't know.
What kind of games do you like to play?
I like games like God of War and Spider-Man, and I'm sorry, but yeah, like action adventure stuff like that. I'd probably say that probably my favorite series is Zelda. Like you can't go wrong with Zelda.
Oh, definitely not.
But I'm not much of an Xbox user. I do have an Xbox 360 that is sitting on a shelf over there collecting dust. But yeah, as Shawn said, I'm mostly PS4 and Switch, but mostly PS4. So that's my story.
Alrighty. Well, we have been away for 2 weeks now. I'm looking at the microphone instead of the camera.
It's not our fault.
We've been away for 2 weeks now.
I'm looking at the monitor over there.
So last week, we did mean to shoot on Monday. We were away Sunday because it was the Super Bowl.
It sucked.
It was a terrible game. I don't know if any of you guys watched it. 3-3 until the beginning of the fourth, I think it was. It was just boring. But that's why we were away. And then we meant to shoot on Monday, but just schedules did not line up. So here we are today.
Back from the dead.
Yeah. So we are... I was trying to do something here, but it's not going to work. All right. So we have a few topics to bring up. The big news coming out of Xbox this week is the fact that they are planning on expanding their Xbox Live to different consoles and different platforms, which is huge. It came out this week that they wanted to put Xbox Live on the Nintendo Switch, Xbox Live on iOS, and Xbox Live on Android. Do you have anything to say about that or any thoughts? I'm just going to back and grab my water.
All right. So I don't really know what they're
trying to translate. I do.
All right. That one or that one?
Both.
Okay. Now it's really dark over here, so
didn't have time to get the studio light set up today.
That's fine. Just light's changing. Yeah, that I would say that looks better. I really don't know what to say about this because when you initially came to me, it was like, hey, do you want to be a guest on the podcast? Because I know that you're really into Switch and everything and that Xbox Live and that. And I'm like, I really have nothing to add. But I was just thinking, it's like, what does Xbox Live on iOS, Android, and Switch actually mean? Like, does that mean that we're gonna be getting like achievements on the Switch? I mean, we've already seen that we can get Xbox achievements on Switch with Minecraft.
I was not aware that you could get achievements on Switch.
When Minecraft launched back on Switch last year, and there's that whole big campaign about better together with Xbox and Nintendo and all that. It was revealed that you can get achievements for Minecraft on Nintendo Switch.
Wow.
And I know that I want to say Jeff Keighley had tweeted about it or something like that, and I'm like, oh, that's neat. I'm not gonna figure out what that's about though, because I don't play Minecraft. That's not really my kind of game. But yeah, maybe achievements is like what I'm thinking first and foremost. So like a game like Fortnite or Rocket League or something, you'll be able to get achievement. You'll be able to unlock achievements through like an Xbox account if you have one.
Yeah, I wonder if that means if Minecraft's already using the Xbox Live servers then. Probably.
I think that's what the deal is.
So
I'm not 100% sure if that's what they're doing because I don't care enough, but I do know that you can get achievements on Minecraft for Switch.
That is actually super interesting. I did not know that. But
something new every day.
Yeah, so kind of it was kind of expected when I heard this, but there's no talk of PS4 getting the same treatment there.
I mean, not
because it's PS4
because they have their own service.
Yeah,
which it's a fine service. I mean, there's not like a whole lot you can. I don't know exactly. Not gonna go through that big Venn diagram of what does Xbox Live do and what does PS4 do and what do they both do and what do neither of them do.
Yeah.
I really have no clue because I don't know. I haven't been part of the Xbox ecosystem for damn. I can't remember.
Well, you have one sitting right there.
Yeah, but it's an Xbox 360.
Yeah.
So tell us, what does Fortune.com tell us?
Well, Fortune.com says Microsoft is preparing to unveil a new cross-platform gaming software that will expand Xbox Live support. So basically what we've been mumbling on for a little bit here. I'm just getting some breaking news.
What?
It's
Austin.
I'm assuming Austin is watching this.
He's with us in spirit, but
hey, Austin. And wow, I'm just completely thrown off by that. You're just let's talk about
drawing a blank.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank, but
so that was news article number 1. News article number 2.
I have not read this one, so we're just going to skip it for a bit and talk about something completely different that's not on my computer. Apex Legends.
Yes, that is a game that came out. It was a surprise to all of us because we didn't know that Apex Legends was happening, did we?
No, it was supposed to be Titanfall 3.
Okay.
So
and then I did read like the day that Apex Legends launched that I want to say Jason Schreier from Kotaku, he had asked someone at Respawn about, so what does this mean for Titanfall 3? And they said, we're not currently working on it.
Yeah.
So will Titanfall 3 ever happen? We don't know. But right now we have Apex Legends, which is free to play. You can download it right now on Xbox Live and PSN. And I don't think it's on Switch.
No, I don't think it is. I haven't actually looked. But it was announced Monday.
Yeah.
And came out
the next day. Or was it the same day?
The same day.
Like, that's Respawn pulled a Beyonce.
Yeah, that's just unreal. And the fact that people are playing it. Now, you know I've played it a few times. I do like it.
Yeah. I've played through the tutorial and I have not done anything else with it so far.
The nice thing about it, because I'm a big Fortnite player.
Okay. Yes.
And you know that
As well documented as it is.
Well documented as it is on our Twitch, and every now and then when I bring it up here, it's a completely different pace. So when I started playing it, I didn't expect to be good by any like meaning of the word.
Yeah, because it's a brand new game that did not have a beta, and no one knew about it until it was too late.
Yeah, and then but the thing about it is, I found myself playing it, and I kind of felt that it was slow, and I couldn't really pinpoint what was slow about it. And I don't have to think about building. That's what it is.
Okay.
So I'm running towards this hill, and I'm trying to switch my controls to build a ramp so I could go over the hill. And that's not how it works. When I'm fighting someone, I'm thinking I have to put up walls.
Right.
I can't put up walls.
Yeah, it's a first-person shooter. That's another big difference, is that it's a first-person shooter, not over-the-shoulder action and adventure.
Third person.
Right.
Yeah. And
that's what over the shoulder means.
Yeah, and then the other thing about it was when I was playing it, I'm finding I'm getting at least 2 kills a game. And maybe it's because I don't have to think about building. I don't have to think, oh my god, they're going to put up ramps and stairs. I just go and I kill them. Right. But you know what I think this is going to completely kill? Black Ops.
Blackout.
The reason people were going to Blackout was they wanted that army, that first person feel to the game that Call of Duty does give you.
And now there's something else there, and it's free, so that's gonna kill it right away. So, it does. Should be noted, Apex Legends does have microtransactions, although I believe those are only purely cosmetic.
Yeah, they're purely cosmetic.
Different skins for each of the hero characters. It's sort of like Overwatch in a little way, that it's like a hero shooter, and that each there's different characters that you play as. You're not just like a average Joe running around in a different suit. You're there's like 8 different characters. 6 of them you have from the get-go, and 2 of them you unlock with coins, one of the in-game currencies.
Yeah. And I don't know why I called them this, but when I first logged on, I called them G-Bucks. G-Bucks. And then I still don't know what they're actually called, but yeah, I was calling them G-Bucks.
Austin is telling us to bring the mic closer.
So we have our producer. He is about 9 hours away, but...
All right. Hold on.
Here,
is that better?
We can move this, probably.
Where are we going to put that?
Good point.
Hold on. I was just going to get this out of the way.
Once we figure this out once, if we ever have to do it again, at least we'll know how to do it.
Put down markers on the floor.
They're called Apex tokens.
Okay.
Which is a very boring name. I like G-Bucks a lot more.
All right.
I'll probably continue to call them G-Bucks.
What's the G stand for?
Game.
Okay. All right.
I do really like how it's purely cosmetics. I was really worried when I saw it was an EA game.
Yes.
And I saw that there were microtransactions.
I keep forgetting that EA bought Respawn.
Yeah. But apparently EA had no hand in development, just publishing. But that wouldn't stop them from adding that in, would it?
I don't know. But as I was mentioning, it's sort of like Overwatch in that the cosmetic is that the microtransactions are cosmetics for each of the hero characters.
Yeah.
So at least that's what I think it is. I only played the tutorial. I don't know anything else about it.
Yeah. I do like that there's a class. Like there's different classes of people, right? Like
there's
healers,
DPS, there's defense, and there's healers and shields. I think one of the characters is definitely like a shield-based character, like Reinhardt in Overwatch. Sorry, I got to bring up Overwatch again. I played that game religiously for like a year and a half.
And you know what? I avoided it. I never touched the game. I've seen people watch it. I didn't play it, and I've watched it, but it just looked really fast.
Yeah, it is kind of fast.
I'd be watching. I'm like, what's going on here? But when a game has similar stuff, like, would you say that this seems like it's Fortnite meets Overwatch? If you had to describe it?
Yes. Although it's got like a little bit of Titanfall in there too, because it's well, of course it's made by the same development team that made Titanfall 2. But is it like set in the Titanfall universe, or that's
what Austin had been telling me. Austin says it is based on different things appearing in both universes, like
the drop ships.
The drop ships. I think he said there's this triangle thingy. But
Austin's telling us, yes, same universe. Oh, he's also telling us loot boxes tell you the % chance of getting items, and you automatically get the legendary items after a certain amount of crates. So it's better than Overwatch in that respect, where you could open like 50 crates and get maybe like one legendary item. It's like, fuck, am I allowed to swear on the show?
Well, you just did.
Shit. Damn. The robot is the same from Titanfall 2. Austin is telling us.
But there are no big
Titans. Profile image Taylor Swift?
No. On this is like from my phone. He is Bilbo from The Hobbit. He's a few years back, Austin dressed as Bilbo Baggins. And
just from this distance here, I'm like, it kind of looks like Taylor Swift. No, he's not responded yet because he's probably pissed off.
Same universe as Titanfall.
Okay. Oh, what are you doing?
Putting that on there.
You're putting okay.
So that we're not looking down.
All right. Okay. What else was I thinking? I don't know. I'm drawing blanks now. But okay, so
this is the wrong cable.
Oh no. Please stand by. We are experiencing some technical.
Does it reach?
Now it does. Oh, hold on. That's hooked around there. High quality podcast, everyone. We're gonna be the next podcast unlocked.
Did it work?
Yes,
it worked. So now we can look at the camera,
and then
instead of looking down.
Yeah, and now I can see that he's not Taylor Swift.
With Austin's already won 2 Apex games.
Really?
Yep.
So would you say it's like easier than Fortnite? Like, okay, so Fortnite is like 100 people, and then Apex Legends is
only 60.
Apex Legends is only 60. Okay. And Austin's saying no.
I don't. Is
that no that it's not easier than Fortnite, or no that he's not Taylor Swift?
I'm going to say no, he's not Taylor Swift.
Okay.
Well, I've never won. I don't think I've ever been close to winning on Apex Legends.
Okay.
But
you have been like consistently getting.
He gets
lucky with random players.
Yeah, like for me, I've played with Austin and a random player.
Okay.
And my problem with playing with a random player is that it's always they do their own thing.
Right.
It's when in this one compared to Fortnite, you can die twice within one life. So
yeah, I played through the tutorial. You can bring people. You can bring your teammates back.
Yeah. So basically, when you die, you're down for a bit, like in squads or duos on Fortnite. And then when your health runs out, they can pick up your flag at, I believe it's any point in the game. I've only done it once, and I've only been helped once. And they bring it to a station where you come alive again.
Okay.
So when you're done, you're not done. But it is really like that to me. It gives you 3 chances in one game.
Okay.
It gives you your main life, your down life, and a respawn. I've also found that kills don't feel as rewarding.
Because like there's the probability that they're going to come back.
Well, in Fortnite, when I'm playing, I work really hard for a kill. Even on the games where I get 4 kills or 5 kills, which those are rare. But
especially for you.
Yes. But they feel like you earn them because you have to do so much more to get them. Because you are playing defense, you're playing offense. Where in Apex Legends, I can just go in and shoot with an SMG and they're down.
All right.
It doesn't feel like I worked as hard, but that's maybe a me thing. Winning on Fortnite, I don't know. I've never felt the stress.
Because the thing with Fortnite is like, oh yeah, I outlived 99 other people. This feels so great. And then here it's like, I did it. I won the game, but I did die once. So does that diminish it in some way, or?
Well, it's that, and then there's also I see people when I play Fortnite. Right. In Apex Legends, I don't see people running all over the map. It feels more like you're alone until you see them. Where in Fortnite, I am seeing people everywhere I look. It seems, and I don't know.
The thing part of that is that
different.
Fortnite is Fortnite. It's the biggest game in the world right now. Everyone knows what Fortnite is.
Yeah,
you could grab a homeless man off the street and we'll be like, hey, do you know what Fortnite is? And he'll be like, I don't know. Can I have money for a bagel? See?
Yeah, and it was kind of funny because the day after I played my first game of Apex Legends, where I got two kills in my first game, and then the next game I got 2 kills, I'm getting 2 kills consistently.
Nice.
I tuned into Ninja's Twitch.
Yes, you told me this.
And I don't mean to bash Ninja, but it was terrible. He was almost too fast for the game. And this is a guy who used to play professional Halo. And he's one of the best players in the world on Fortnite.
Yeah,
if not
the best.
I have watched him play competitive Fortnite. He doesn't always win those, but he is the best player in the world. But he goes to Apex and he was almost too fast for the game.
Yeah, you said he was moving too fast with he was say that the enemy was right in front of him and he was pointed over here. He would whip around a bit too fast and then shoot over there and then he would die.
Yeah, he was going out shooting, moving, and he was over aiming.
Oh yeah, he was maybe he had to adjust his controls a bit because so that he wasn't turning as fast.
Yeah. So that was something to see. I'm sure he's been playing it a lot more often too. So I'm sure he will get better too.
Right.
That's what professionals do.
Yeah.
But it was
it's a brand new game.
Yeah.
You can't expect to win on your first try. I don't think Ninja won his first Fortnite game.
Probably not. I would be very surprised if he did. But
yeah, I've just always been the best at Fortnite.
Well, and talking about Ninja, it's kind of interesting to see the influence he has over the gaming community right now.
It's weird to see the influence that he has in society in general. He was in a Super Bowl ad.
Yeah, he was. That was the best Super Bowl ad of the entire Super Bowl.
I mean, we could
hold these. Tom Brady handing his Super Bowl rings over to Baker Mayfield.
Yes. But it could be argued that one of the better ads from Super Bowl was the Xbox ad, the adaptive the adaptive controller ad.
Yep, it was very touching.
Yeah.
I only seen that one once, but it actually popped up on my timeline again today.
Yeah.
But yeah, the ads, and we've shifted to ads, but the Xbox. Sorry, do you want to summarize the trailer? I mean, the commercial for the Super Bowl.
So basically, it was a bunch of kids, probably from ages 8 to 12 or something in that range.
Yeah.
They all had disabilities. There was that one kid from the trailer from the ad from a few months ago, the "he's gonna do it" ad, where he he wins in Fortnite with the adaptive controller. So it was that kid, and it was a bunch of other ones. And basically, they were talking about how this is helping them do some fun things. I don't know. I'm not great at summary.
No, But yeah, it was very touching. It's cool stuff.
Yeah.
And good move on Xbox for doing that. And I'm not just talking about the control. I mean the commercial. I mean the controller in general.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, I kind of wish I could see how it works because I don't quite understand it.
Like there's like a whole bunch of ports on the back that you can like plug stuff into, like I don't know. And now you're sending this thing from your thing, so we can't see what you said. Because hold on, if we just scroll up here, let's turn it back to Apex for a second.
Yeah.
Austin claims that Apex is better than PUBG.
I 100% agree.
I think that might be an opinion.
Well, have you played PUBG?
No, because it hasn't been on PS4 for a very long time.
I played PUBG.
And is currently in the top 12 most played games on Xbox Live, which is insane for a game that came out less than a week ago.
Well, and my cousin actually showed me this as well. It is the second most watched game on Twitch right now. But that brings me back to the what were we talking about?
We were talking about Ninja.
This is Xbox news as well. So Ninja was playing Apex. Next thing we know, Apex is the second most watched game on Twitch. But you know what he was playing a couple of weeks ago? Sea of Thieves.
And then Sea of Thieves became the
most watched and most streamed game on Twitch.
Like, I feel like we don't really... I certainly didn't realize how big Ninja's reach was until he streamed that one time with...
Juju Smith-Schuster.
Yeah, and Drake.
And he streamed with Drake twice.
Wow. Okay. And then I remember seeing something like a couple months ago. It was like a graph of the most subscribed Twitch streamers on the channel on Twitch anyways. And there was like this steady incline of like guys like Dr. Disrespect and all those sorts of guys. And then Ninja comes into the game and he just shoots up like a rocket.
Yeah.
Like, where did he come from?
Where did he come from? Like, well, I was watching a video on Ninja a few days back, and I didn't realize that he was a big Halo player up until Reach.
Oh yeah.
After he won, I think it's the Worlds or something on Reach with his team. That's when he went to Fortnite.
Okay.
So, but yeah, with the PUBG thing.
The PUBG thing.
So I've played PUBG twice. Total of twice. I've played it on Xbox and I've played it on my phone. I won on my phone my first try, and I said this is crap because it's too easy. And to put that in perspective, I have not won a game on my phone of Fortnite. So it was too easy. But then I played it on Xbox One, and it was too unfinished.
Yeah,
and that was at Christmas.
It like I never really got the appeal of PUBG. Like, I mean that I understood that it was like a big deal, and that, but I just looked at it like it looks kind of janky.
It is.
I think that's like part of it though, is like you sort of got to embrace the jank.
Yeah, well, people were saying, "Oh, this is awesome." It's like, because it came out before Blackout. So people were like, it's like Call of Duty. But it's a battle royale.
Yeah, but it's Call of Duty, but it's the Hunger Games.
But then I went and played it with these expectations that it would be a good game. I go in and it's janky.
Yeah. Like I think, who was it? Someone had like, some publication had like a weekly update. It's like, here's all the fun glitches that we found in all these games, and like most of it is like PUBG. It's like, hey, watch this Jeep clip through this house or whatever.
And the aiming system was just atrocious.
And then Fortnite happened. And
it.
Remember when Fortnite was introduced to the world? And it was like at the VGAs in 2011.
Yeah.
And it was like a zombie defense sort of game.
Well,
then we didn't hear about anything about it for like 6 years. And then it came out, and people were like, okay. And then they introduced the Battle Royale mode, and now Fortnite is Fortnite.
Yeah, it's kind of weird to think of that. Like, the paid version of the game that they intended to sell is Save the World mode. But I don't know a single person who plays Save the World mode.
It's, well, I mean, it's obviously it's nothing to write home about if we're like drawing blanks for like, what is it really about? Like, I know it's like zombies.
And they bring zombies into Battle Royale every now and then. We all hate it.
Yeah, well.
But they introduced this free mode.
Just getting an update. Save the World will be free to play later this year.
I did not know that, but what I do know is they do also have a store that people can buy stuff with the V-Bucks. So if people are shoving out V-Bucks for online mode, they'll probably be shoving out V-Bucks for
the single player experience.
Yep. So I know I'll probably give the Save the World mode a try if it's going free to play.
It was supposed to be free last year.
So free to play next year is kind of
it says later
this year.
That gives us a window from today until December 31st.
But the window was last year until December 31st, really. So
well,
but
we'll see.
Yeah. So that's Apex Legends. What else do we have on the
we got an update says that Phil Spencer said that the adaptive controller was one of their biggest achievements of 2018, and I believe it.
Yep.
You get more people playing video games, then I guess that's big for everything.
Well, making an adaptive controller, you have automatically gained the support of an entire community that cannot play before.
Right. Yeah.
They had a section on that at the Game Awards this year, didn't they?
I don't remember. I know that they had something at E3 where they were talking about the adaptive controller and how it was like he mentioned it at the VGAs. There we go. Thank you, producer Austin.
But you're E3.
Yeah, they had announced it at E3 last year, but I mean it had leaked a little before then, but yeah, that was incredible. That I don't know. They didn't have to do that. They didn't have to. You know, I have like all that big list on my phone.
Okay,
by the way, so I was just gonna pull that up.
Okay,
when we got to that section of the
cool. I promise you guys, we will have a more organized show next week.
This is my first time. Please be gentle. I don't know what else is there.
Well, let's go through the list of releases because February
is a big month.
All across video games, not just for Xbox. But we're going to just talk about Xbox.
Hold on. Yeah, well, hold on. Well, I have this week in games.
All right.
Which it really expand to like next week as well, because there's really one thing coming out next week.
We could talk about that next week.
Next week's news. Okay, so this week, on Tuesday, February 12th, there got Hyper Jam. I know nothing about Hyper Jam. And Trials Rising, which I believe is like Trials Fusion, but but it's the new one.
Yeah.
I'm just pulling this list from Kotaku, so I'm just skimming over the stuff that says PC and PS4 and Switch, and just looking for Thursday, February 14th, Degrees of Separation and A Fold Apart. No clue what either one of those is.
But that brings us to Friday. And Friday is a big day.
Friday, February 15th, 2019 is this year's October 27th, 2017.
It is finally time for Crackdown 3.
Crackdown 3. How long have we been waiting for Crackdown 3?
I'm not too sure, but so Crackdown 3 is Friday.
Austin's excited.
Austin is very excited. Crackdown 1
is Crackdown 1 is free to own on Xbox. You don't need gold. You don't need anything else. You can download it for free right now.
So go do it.
Yeah,
I haven't done it yet, but
it is an Xbox 360 game, but it is backwards compatible with Xbox One.
Yeah.
And because I have an Xbox 360, I can just get it.
Yep. So that's big news. Crackdown 3 finally happening. When I bought my Xbox Elite controller, I had a guy actually ask me. He's like, "So, do you think Crackdown 3 is finally happening?" And I was like, "Well, we are 2 weeks away, so it better be happening."
Right.
So,
Austin says that we've been waiting since 2015 for Crackdown 3.
did you ever play the second one?
I have not played a single Crackdown game.
So we're in the same boat.
Yeah.
Now wouldn't it be a bad time to start though, because it's free on?
Because the first one is free.
Yep.
What about the second one?
Well, it's probably backwards compatible.
Probably. But yeah, this was supposed to come out like last year, like in November.
Yes, it was.
And then it got pushed again.
Well, and I think people started to get cold feet and were kind of worried that it wouldn't come out because of what happened with Scalebound.
Right.
Because Scalebound was supposed to come out last year.
Yeah.
And then it got canceled a month before the release day.
Really?
Yeah.
A month?
I believe it was a month. Apparently, Austin has Crackdown 1 and 2, which means I have Crackdown 1 and 2.
Oh. Okay, so you have no excuse.
But yeah, with Scalebound, it was supposed to be coming out last March. I believe it was, or was it March? Yeah, last March. And I was super excited. It looked like a fantastic game, and they had been building this up since, I think it's E3 2015. And I had it pre-ordered.
Wasn't it like one of the games that they had announced when they unveiled the Xbox One or something like that? Or am I thinking of something else?
It wasn't when they unveiled the Xbox One, but it was supposed to be one of their title exclusives.
Yeah, and Austin is telling us it wasn't a month. It was just canceled. Maybe we were a month away from like new information about it.
I'm pretty sure it was a month.
There was a small teaser in 2015.
Let's see, Scalebound.
Scalebound.
That rocked the Xbox community though, because people were buying Xboxes for Scalebound.
And now what do they have? They have Halo, whatever it is, and
well, they have a lot coming out, but
Gears.
The only thing people really had to look forward to that year was Sea of Thieves.
In 2015?
Wait, what the? No, Sea of Thieves was last year.
Sea of Thieves.
When was Scalebound supposed to come out?
They had a small teaser in 2015, gameplay in 2016 or 17, something like that. But I don't know a whole lot about Scalebound because the first time I heard of it, it was being canceled.
I'm on GamePer.
GamePer.
And it's actually breaking news.
Breaking news as of
December.
I
feel like it's a fake site because I just got a pop-up.
Congratulations, you are the 10th millionth visitor to this website.
So take this with a grain of salt. But
it was announced in 2013, as Austin is telling us now. It was what I thought was that.
Oh, it's also on comicbook.com.
Oh, comicbook.com.
So I have a news source that's not putting a pop-up on my phone.
Yeah, but it's still comicbook.com. So
it says, well, we know technically it's canceled, but it apparently popped up on the Amazon again.
Really?
With a December 31st, 2020 release date. I'm going to confirm.
Hold on. This is wild. Just taking a look, and
so it was a 2017 release, not a 2018 release, and it was canceled in 2017, I believe. Okay, Scalebound. It's there.
What? Austin is saying that release date was January 2017.
So it still is on Amazon. I'm not seeing this release date though.
It's crazy. I don't know what else to say about that.
No. It got canceled in January. But it was supposed to be a 2017 release. I am thinking that this Scalebound breaking news is probably a mistake.
It's probably, yeah.
Because it's like, if it's a anytime you see a December 31st release,
it's just a placeholder.
Yeah, so like
nothing has ever come out on December 31st.
No, if you ever go on
Except
to like
one of my friends. One of my friends was born on December 31st.
But if you ever see a listing for December 31st,
it's just a placeholder.
Yeah, like when you go on Best Buy, whenever a pre-order first comes out, it always says the 31st.
I still think that Final Fantasy VII Remake is still listed for December 31st this year. Well, and then in a few months they're going to change it.
Yeah, and then Arkham Knight had that placeholder for 3 years.
Really?
Yeah. Well, it's like as soon as it's announced, December 31st.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
So
Crackdown 3 is coming out finally after a very long waiting period, and they probably added Terry Crews into the game very late in development because everyone loves Terry Crews.
Yeah, and then actually at my old workplace in Regina, PC Place, there's a whole bunch of Intel posters from way back in the day, and they all had characters from Crackdown.
Neat.
Yeah, I believe it's the first Crackdown.
T. Cruz was announced early on. I don't remember that. I remember
him in the first trailer I ever saw for it, though.
I do remember that at one E3, it was announced that Terry Crews was announced to be appearing at something that was E3 related. That was a couple years ago, and everyone thought it was going to be something about Overwatch because Terry Crews had expressed interest in playing Doomfist in Overwatch, and I mean they sort of look similar. They're both big black men. Oh God, this is going to come back to haunt me later.
But yeah, they showed off that first gameplay and boom, Terry Crews.
Yeah, Terry Crews is the best.
Yeah. What were we watching with Terry Crews the other day?
Draft Day.
Yeah, we're watching Draft Day, and if you guys haven't heard of it,
it is a movie directed by Ivan Reitman. You know, the guy that did Ghostbusters and Ghostbusters 2.
It has Kevin Costner, and Sawyer and I are just watching it. And all of a sudden, Terry Crews is there.
Yeah, and he plays one of the characters' dads, and he's a huge Cleveland Browns fan.
Well, he used to play for the Cleveland Browns, but not in real life.
Can you imagine how disappointed he is?
But yeah, so that's a big thing.
Start the wrap up. What?
But speaking of this, like me pulling up stuff, do you want to grab that new game I bought?
Yes. Oh God.
We have exciting news. We've been talking about doing this for a long time now, since day one.
It's got a sticker on it.
Yeah, since day one of this podcast, this has been something we've really been wanting to do, and we finally got it. A Way Out.
Yeah.
Finally.
You were holding it upside down.
A Way Out. Finally. So,
okay.
Basically, it's a game published by EA.
Yes.
Wow, I swear we're not sponsored by EA.
Not this episode, anyway.
But we're really just talking about EA today.
Yeah.
They had
Crackdown 3 isn't EA.
No, I don't think so. No, it's Microsoft.
Right. But I feel like I should also mention that there's a couple other games coming out at the same time as Crackdown 3. But no, go finish your thing.
A Way Out. We've been looking for this for a while. And basically it is a multiplayer only game.
Austin is calling it shills for EA. Damn.
So
I never thought I'd see the day.
But it's the game's only multiplayer. You're two guys in prison and you have to find a way out.
Wow. We're so in sync. Yeah. We're going to need that when we play A Way Out.
Yeah.
Not us though, because he's going to be playing with Austin, I presume.
So the idea of what Austin and I are going to do is I don't believe we're going to live stream this, but we're going to do our first video edit that will be posted to YouTube on this one. Okay. We're still working out the details, but we're going to try to do something a little higher quality than what we've done so far. So those videos hopefully will be coming soon, but we'll have an update either next week or the week after. But we got lucky on this find. We had been looking at Best Buy, EB Games, and it just wasn't at a reasonable price. Well,
Until yesterday.
So
when we went to the pawn shop.
we went to Cashopolis.
It's a pawn shop.
It is a high quality pawn shop.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
It's in Regina and Saskatoon. We're not sponsored by them.
Probably other places.
Actually, no, it's only those 2 locations.
Really?
Yep. So Regina, Saskatoon, and they're just a really nice pawn shop.
We're gonna get that Cashopolis sponsorship, aren't we?
Come on, Cashopolis.
We know you're watching. Randy.
So I went in and I was just like, I was returning a monitor because I got a different one instead.
And I was looking for power tools.
And you were looking for power tools?
I was not looking for power tools.
Well, they have power tools. But I was looking through the games. I'm like, I need a way out.
We needed a way out of Cashopolis fast.
And there it was on the shelf. So I pull it and it was $29.99. And that's what Best Buy selling for new. So I went up to a guy and was just like, hey, can you do any better on this price? Best Buy has it for $29.99 new. And he's like, yeah, I'll take $10 off.
Oh, I thought you got like $2 off.
No, he took $10 off.
Oh, okay.
So I brought it down from $29.99 to $19.99. And I couldn't pass that up.
Yeah. For some reason, I thought you were saying $22.99.
After taxes, it was exactly $21.
Don't show that code.
Oh, it's not a code, actually.
What?
No,
right.
You go onto the Xbox store and you download Friend Pass free trial, and then the game. Then I have to invite them online to play.
Okay.
So if you're playing with a friend, only one of you has to buy a copy of the game. And then on Xbox Live or PS4, or PC, I believe. They download the free trial and you invite, and the owner of the game invites the friend to play, and then you both play the full game.
Or, we could just sit on the couch together and
or
play
you could do split screen.
Because it was intended as like a couch co-op game.
Yeah.
Like his other game, his other game was a 2-player game, but you only have
game?
Brothers.
Oh, this guy's other game.
Yeah.
I was like, I have another game.
No, Joseph Fares, the guy that made A Way Out, he also made.
Doesn't he also play that guy?
What?
Or that guy? He plays one of the characters in this game.
No, I think his brother plays one of the characters.
Okay. Anyways, continue.
But he had another game, Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons, which was it was an indie game that I think was part of like EA's indie lineup. Oh. Austin just sent us a clip of when Joseph Fares was at the Game Awards in 2017, and he went on a rant. And do you want to pull it back here because the white balance is atrocious? I don't think we're gonna play that right now.
I don't think we're going to play it. Copyright.
Who's copyright?
Well,
Jeff Keighley.
That would be. He's the guy who runs the
Game Awards.
Yeah.
But maybe we can play that as like an outro.
Nah, I don't want to get that copyright strike, man.
Oh well. We're not playing it. But yeah, basically Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons was technically a 2-player game, but it was only one person to play it because you control each brother with each one of the thumbsticks.
Okay.
So you control one of them with the right stick and you control one of them with the left stick, and you have to work with yourself to play the game. And I don't want to spoil anything, but something happens.
Oh.
I mean, the game is like, how old is it? Like 2011, something like that.
When does the statute of spoilers expire?
For a video game? I don't know.
I know we've said it at 2 weeks for movies, but video games are different.
Yeah.
And it also depends on how dear and close you hold this.
Especially if it's an emotional game.
Yeah, like I don't tell people how Life is Strange ends.
Or something like Brothers or The Last of Us. I mean, The Last of Us is...
Well...
I probably told you how The Last of Us ends.
I think I know, but...
We're going to save that for my PlayStation podcast, Live on PlayStation.
Network on PlayStation.
Oh. And the people that are working on, and Joseph Fares' studio, Hazelight, is also working on something new.
They'll call it Now Station Play. Or Network Station Play.
All right.
But
All right, I think we got it.
But we'll start wrapping it up.
But there's still some more games that are coming out on February 15th that we did not mention, like Dragons: Dawn of the New Riders.
Is that what I think it is?
Like,
that's a
is
How
it-
to Train Your Dragon game.
Maybe.
It is.
Okay.
So
And also, there's like 3 more. Far Cry New Dawn, which is basically it's Far Cry 5, but in a post-apocalypse setting. Jump Force, which is a fighting game with Shonen Jump characters like
it's
Naruto.
basically Smash Bros with Shonen Jump.
It's Naruto, Dragon Ball, One Piece, Bleach, and stuff like that. And Metro Exodus, which is Dragons: Dawn of New Riders.
It's a
How to Train Your Dragons game,
which lines up with the new movie. So
yeah. But anyway, Metro Exodus is the last game in the Metro series, which is
did you say last game in the Metro series?
I'm pretty sure it's like the 3rd game, and I thought it was like a trilogy. I thought that the games were based on a trilogy of books.
See, it is. It's based on books, but I don't believe in end of series anymore,
Right.
just because of how the current market is.
Austin is telling us it's the last game with the character.
Okay, so it's kind of similar to
there's-
Assassin's Creed, where you had the first 5. Yes, the first 5, because it's not just 1, 2, 3. It's 1, 2,
Brotherhood, Revelations, 3,
and that's the end of the trilogy.
yes,
And then you get these other games that are just their own story.
yeah.
But they're expected to expand the universe just like Assassin's Creed did.
They've mentioned possibly doing more.
Okay.
That studio. What studio makes the Metro games?
Is that a Microsoft studio?
I don't think so, because it's coming to PlayStation and PC as well. Wasn't there like a big thing about like, was it Metro Exodus or was it something else that was no longer coming to Steam but is now part of the Epic Store?
That was Metro.
That was Metro?
Yeah, it's published by Deep Silver, but it is an Epic Store exclusive.
Yeah,
but the people who
pre-ordered on Steam will still be honored for their purchase.
Yeah. That is there multiplayer on that one?
I think so. I don't know.
See,
I feel like it's more of like a single player experience though. I don't
see when I buy games on Xbox, or I mean Steam, when I buy Steam games, I trust Steam and I like to have all my games on Steam. I hate having to go to other stores.
Right.
I have a few games on the Microsoft Store because my Xbox.
Yes.
But on PC, I don't like the idea of them branching out stores, and that'll never come to console. It can't.
What?
Like having your own stores.
Oh yeah.
Which I am very glad about.
What do you mean you can't have your own store on a console?
Well, like on Xbox, you're not going to get Steam, and you're not going to get.
Oh
Epic.
no. Although there was a weird thing with the PlayStation 3 version of Portal 2 in which you could connect it to Steam somehow. I'm not sure, but like when you bought the PS3 version of Portal 2, you got the PC version of the game for free, and there was cross play.
Yeah, there's cross play between those two. I remember that because I was mad my 360 couldn't do it.
Yeah, but you were happy because Xbox Live hadn't been hacked and PlayStation Network had.
Yes, that was actually around the time I switched to 360.
Yeah, and all my friends kept making fun of me because PlayStation got hacked, and it's like, you know what? I don't really care.
Yeah, I did.
Apparently, that was the only Steam game that ever did that. So
yeah,
that's weird.
But we should be wrapping it up.
Yeah,
it is 6
because
o'clock.
we don't have anything else to talk about except I don't know. We'll talk about it next week if Activision and Blizzard actually lays off people.
Oh yeah, so
Activision Blizzard might be laying off a bunch of people.
So
at their quarterly earnings report is on Tuesday, and that's when the announcement is expected. But a bunch of people's jobs are on the line.
So hoping that all turns out good. It's a very bad situation. But we'll find out next week. We'll cover it next week. I do want to thank Sawyer for coming in today.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it. and we'll have to have you on the show again.
Maybe when I know what I'm talking about.
This was really rushed. I got Sawyer on the show 20 minutes before we started, and then YouTube decided to not work today. So,
but it's working now.
Yeah, well, I had to do a different mode. Normally we do Google Hangouts, but the go live button was broken. It wasn't there.
Maybe it was a sign. So it was like, hey, this is going to be a really hodgepodge version of the podcast. So,
well, I do know that they're switching over to their new system on YouTube.
Okay.
So I think that might have had to do with it. But yeah, we're trying a new way, which is why I think the response time is a lot faster, as proven by Austin.
Okay.
But yeah, so I'd like to thank Sawyer for coming in. Thanks, Austin, for being our remote producer today.
Yeah. I think that this setup might actually work in the future.
Yeah. Just a little cleanup.
Yeah. Just
I'm setting up.
Maybe put something on this wall.
Yeah. Did you notice that the light back there turned off?
No, I didn't.
The ghost light turned off. Anyways, thanks everyone for tuning into this very, very rushed episode of Live on Xbox. Lots of exciting things did happen this week, and hopefully next week will be.
This podcast was very exciting.
Hopefully next week.
I swore twice, and then I was like,
"It's a first."
Yeah, and probably won't be the last time.
But yeah, thanks for tuning in. I hope you gamers have a great week, and take care and stay alive on Xbox.
Right, stay alive on Xbox. Do you have like the play out theme, Staying Alive by the Bee Gees? Also, Shawn owns The Last Jedi on Blu-ray. I feel like everyone should know that.
And we are cutting out. Enjoy your day, gamers.